It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Hawks and the football team, and it's coming up next.
The weatherman got it right this time. Snow was forecasted, and it fell and still falling at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gordon on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Washington offense ready to take over, and you see Taylor Heineke at the helm in his second season with the football team.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Heineke. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. De'Ami Brown, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3 and out. A real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Wilson. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Wilson steps away to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He hits his target, Lockett. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this time he is in. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. As Washington rolls back out here on offense, Charles, let's look back and look ahead for the Washington football team. Remember, 2020, the NFC East was a mess. Washington ended up winning that division with a 7-9 record. Put a decent scare into the Bucs in the wild card round, but obviously Tampa went on to win that game. Do you see Washington as the NFC East favorites in 2021?
I absolutely do. And, you know, the head coach, Ron Rivera, knows how to win. They added Ryan Fitzpatrick for stability at the quarterback position. Antonio Gibson makes a big leap at running back. I think he's a 1,000-yard rusher if he stays healthy. I love Jerry McLaurin out wide. And they added Curtis Samuels, who played with him at Ohio State. I like what they've done there, but that defense is the key. Best defensive front in the NFC East, maybe in all of football. And they had the defensive rookie of the year last year in Chase Young. And in week 1 against the Chargers, he chases the offensive rookie of the year in quarterback Justin Herbert.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll run with Gibson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 9. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He wasn't ready.
Now Heineke. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
But, Charles, these Seattle Seahawks, as they get ready here for their next drive, they're a team that, I don't know, I really haven't heard a whole lot about in the offseason. Maybe that's a good thing. 12-4 last year. They won the NFC West for the first time since 2016, but then they lost to the Rams in the wild card round. But what are you hearing about Seattle and the prognostication for this upcoming campaign?
Well, Brandon, they've got a brand-new offensive coordinator who came from division rival Rams, and they expect this offense to take another leap. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett out wide. They get Chris Carson back full-time at running back. Russell Wilson, of course, is Russell Wilson. And they start playing a little bit better on defense, and they were starting to do that the second half of last season. This Seahawks team will once again be dangerous, but what a division. The Rams, the 49ers, the Cardinals. Wow, that's a tough division. But the Seahawks won it last year. They expect to be in that mix again this season. And
they'll open their season on the road in Indianapolis week 1. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Now a give right side. Carson, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 22, Wilson. He's to the 10. They'll find Everett there, complete. And down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a 1st down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge there to make the grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now it's Patterson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it's going to be second down.
But Charles, we got a second here. Let's talk about rookies this year in 2021 and who really sticks out. On the offensive side, everyone always looks at quarterbacks. So Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones probably the headliners.
Yeah, rightly so. Zach Wilson will go in there as well because all three will have the ball from game one. Najee Harris is a runner with the
pressure, gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Before making a move to Seattle, Carlos Dunlap was the Bengals' all-time sack leader. Ended up having 5 with the Seahawks in 8 games in 2020 as well.
Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, let's get back to taking a tour around our preseason predictions. Charles, I need your nod for most valuable player.
Well, how about Derrick Henry? Imagine if he gets back to 2,000 yards. It'd be the first time in NFL history that a runner goes back-to-back seasons with 2,000. And don't forget, he gets a 17th game this year. That could easily happen. How about Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, the leading quarterbacks? We always talk about quarterbacks.
Let's go.
But Aaron Donald, he gets close, but never gets over the top. Defensive players don't get enough love. And here's my swing. Justin Herbert gets the Los Angeles Chargers to the playoffs and has a monster year as a second-year quarterback. Herbert or Donald? I'll go with Aaron Donald. Go with the defense.
Oh, okay. Last non-quarterback to win it, by the way, Adrian Peterson, 2012.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a 1st down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
Again, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll find Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down at 4. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Myers' kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
First down, Heineke. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now it's Patterson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Heineke. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Heineke on 3rd and 2. To the right side and complete to Thomas. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Heineke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Second and 5. Heineke to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down.
To the air again, Heineke.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. He gets it to Thomas. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Off the play fake, Heineke.
Slings this deep for McLaurin.
And oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And that guy just keeps getting better, and I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a first down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet, and even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. they don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try the left side. It's Carson. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jonathan Allen able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Heineke on 1st down. And Thomas has it.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Heineke. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished 3rd among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
A 1st down throw for Heineke. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gibson powering forward and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw, Heineke.
Incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Heineke.
Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Heineke.
This is caught. Touchdown. Adam Humphries. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Play action. Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, "Oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time."
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down, Heineke. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Benson Mayowa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Heineke. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give right side. Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Let's get this. Mike 56. Mike 50.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because it didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So Pete Carroll, always a guy to trust his instincts, and his instincts were right on that one.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Carson again.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Touchdown, Seahawks! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there.
From the shotgun, it's Heineke.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 54.
Looking to throw again on second down. Heineke. Thomas has got it. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
From the gun, Heineke.
And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 35 on second down, Heineke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Washington on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it.
Here I come. 54.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
7 yards, the pickup there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Check 56. Hey, good job, baby.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. To the air again, Heineke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.